Welcome to another weekly market update where we look at the bigger picture of what the stock market's doing as well as the short-term picture at the very least, so we can coincide our trades, so we've got the wind in our sails. Because one of the most important things you'll learn is that the overall market, that's to say, the big indexes, what the overall stock market is doing, has really the biggest impact on your individual trades. So don't be surprised if your dead cert stock pick or whatever isn't going according to plan if the market going against you. And that's why we look at this every week. So we start as always with the very big picture here, going right back to 2009. We've got the S&P 500, which is the benchmark index in the United States that we look at. And we see this has been a long old bull market that just keeps on trucking with the odd interruption when you look at it on this kind of scale, What's been happening more recently though, let's check it out. We move into the 3-year picture now, and we'll see that this, as I've been commentating on for weeks now, it's got very ahead of itself and a very highly extended above the 40-week moving average, that blue line there, and that just can't stay like that forever. But it kept on going, and but this last week we may have seen the first signs that what is at least a healthy correction may be underway. Look at how this little peg here, this horizontal peg there, is at the bottom of its range here, the weekly range of fluctuation. That's the first time I've seen that I'd have to go back a long time, maybe to like middle of 2015, the last time I've seen that. And what that's saying is that, look, there was selling power really was in control that week. We zoom in to the daily chart, day-to-day action, the S&P 500, and we see, what I said last week was that, look, it's kind of okay as long as it stays above the 50-day moving average there. I'm not going to be too worried. And then Thursday it went below it, and on Friday then. So that was a holiday, wasn't it? So yes, on Thursday it was the 13th. Which was the Thursday, yes. So on Thursday then it closed, look how it closed at the bottom of its intraday range. Again, that is a sign. What kind of in its defense though is that the volume did not increase. You see how the red bar there did not inch up compared to the previous day. So it's not disastrous, but we are starting to see weakness, and we haven't seen weakness since this whole so-called Trump rally began back in November. And it's about time, if you ask me, because I'm really waiting for some healthy correction to get some decent trades in. So we see a line of support there, and looks like it kind of broke that decisively. And the next step will be around about this zone here, if it keeps on going. If I look at the NYA, which is a kind of all the American stock markets in one, we see again that similar sort of picture, but perhaps a more of a decisive break in support there. And so that might be telling us a lot more. What would be a healthy correction? Something like coming right back down to this 40-week to 200-day line rather, because we're talking about a daily chart, and then just bouncing off it, just like it did back here in November before the whole thing started again. That's healthy, normal action. Once it gets down there or around about there, then we'll be having a different discussion. It will be about holding the 200-day to be making sure it is just a healthy correction. One other thing here, this is the percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average, and you can see it continually fluctuates in a range. It's a percentage, obviously, the percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average. And you can see, it gets extended and then it goes too far the other way. And this is the Trump rally here. It's been sort of hovering in this high-ish area, although we're not getting too extended, which is what one thing actually that prompted me, not to be calling any sharp correction here. It was kind of just hovering around there. But now we really see weakness as it plummets down here into the 40 zone. And if you look historically, anytime it's got below that kind of 45 mark, it does tend to keep going down a little bit. So that's further evidence there. That's all for now. This will be an important week for markets to see if it Yeah, it just bounces back, and this market's been so strong, it wouldn't surprise me, it just bounce right back over its 50-day and keep on. But right now, at least, is a cause for to pause and just see what happens next. I certainly wouldn't be opening any brand new trades with the market looking weak and indecisive at the very least. I'll speak to you next time.